Hi everyone, I'm Victoria Valentine Fireflies, and I'm saving a lot of money by not paying for gym membership and getting my free exercise outdoors, which I'm doing right now. And if you calculate it, every month I pay $300 times 12 months, then it's like $3,600 that I have to pay. But why not save that $3,600 and put it into my account, my savings, and I can use that on a rainy day. Like I can save it for a down payment for a car, or I can save that money for gas and diesel, or my rent, or other expenses. And I can save that money for a rainy day or vacation, spending money. And for tanning, if I buy a packet for $200 a packet for tanning, and I'm going tanning 7 days a week, and if you multiply 7 days a week for 1 month, it'll be, and you multiply that $200 for 4 weeks and times 12, like let's say it comes out to be $67,000 that I'm spending. I can say, with that $67,000, I can save that money to buy me a new home, to buy me land or property. Why was I being stupid, not thinking? All that money that goes into the tanning bed for one whole entire month and one whole entire year, I could have used that money to buy me a new home and land and property. But no, I was not thinking. Why do I have to spend money or pay for something I can get for free, just standing out in the sun, and I can get as dark as I want it for free? And then why should I have to do all this? And everything is right in front of my eyes for free. People pass away left and right. It's the land of the free. It's a free country. So there's no rules, but you still get in trouble if somebody knows. You don't know what the law is, you get in trouble. But everything looks like it's free. It's thin air. The air is free, but they say the air belongs to the government. The government does not create the air you breathe. It's God's world. God created this earth. He created this air, the weather. The government does not create the weather. The government is full of lies and BS, and the government is full of stupidity and ignorancy and crazy people. The government is mentally ill. So all that money I'm saving, it can go into a big piece of land for me. I was not thinking, but now I do think. As long as I can get it for free, as long as I don't have to spend no money, and as long as I don't have to pay for anything, it's free. Everything is donated. You can go dumpster diving and get free nice stuff too. But I don't dumpster dive for food. I grow my own food. So I just need stable foundation, land, and big money so I can, pay for my property tax every year and grow my own food for a long time to come. But I need a sponsor or financial supporter, so I don't have to pay for, worry, not being unstable and living comfortably. I like to live comfortably. I like to live comfortably, and I like to build my own home with nobody helping me. I just want to build my own home, and I want to have plans where I can design and build a mall that is unique, because I'm unique. I want to build a mall where on the side, when you're walking straight down, it's like a 3D vision of a side of aquarium inside the mall on both sides where you can just walk and not get bored. And when there's traffic congestion or whatever inside the mall, you still have something to entertain you with, and it's like a therapy. You have a bunch of goldfish, varieties of huge and small goldfish in the aquarium walls where you can see it, stand there and see it, swimming by you. So you won't get bored of on holidays, be traffic congestion or whatever. But there's a line where, an aisle by the wall where you can just go and see stand still and watch the fish aquarium. I'll have varieties of orandas, lion heads, fantails, bubble eyes, a lot of different type of goldfish, but I prefer a huge one because I want it to be unique and rare and exotic and tropical too, looking. And that's one side that you can see goldfish, and the other side might have goldfish, might have different varieties of other type of fish. And it's nice to have like something that's like a therapy. And I want to make the floor made of not plastic, what is that, like a clear glass, clear glass floor where when you're walking you can see underneath you. It looks like you're walking where the theme that you're walking into a Chinese dynasty, and I smell marijuana. Yeah. But you're walking on a bridge inside the mall, and then all you see on the side is clear, looks like a fish pond, but it's clear, and you can just see a bunch of goldfish, varieties of goldfish all over underneath the bridge. And there'll be a bridge where you walk across the bridge and you see a bunch of goldfish, varieties of goldfish swimming all over. So I want to make the mall look unique, and there'll be like one lane for disabled and handicapped, and one lane will have a railway, and so that you can get on faster and move around the disability people. And there's a line for families that has, families and children who likes to walk and get their exercise, or they're slower than others. So people who wants to get to work inside the mall or something, they would have like a rail to move them along faster so that they can get to work. And I like this mall to have like a 24-hour thing, because let's say a 24-hour pharmacy, or a 24-hour supermarket, a 24-hour convenience store. So it's just like people that is like family. So whenever they are short of food or whatever, there's always food coming in, so that they know where to shop and they know the right people, and they can get hooked on or connected. And but it's all about family relationship and communication. If you don't get that kind of communication and relationship, then you're not gonna get hooked on. But instead of going I live in Tampa, but I have gone to Tampa Bay Mall. I grew up going to Tampa Bay Mall. I go to International Mall, Citrus Mall, Brandon Mall, Tyrone Mall, Countryside Mall, Clearwater Mall. It's all the same thing. It's so boring. You know, year after year, day after day, weeks after weeks, same old boring thing. It's like, if I'm gonna walk, get my exercise and walk and do all this, I might as well, you know, like be happy when I'm going to a place and get excited, you know? It's like, it's traumatizing just to walk in the streets and see just a stupid old brick building or stupid old ghetto neighborhood or stupid old ghost town. Everybody passing away left and right. There should be an activity where people should have fun, enjoy it. It's like they like to go here and there and relax and enjoy, you know, their privacy, you know, their own private time, you know, whatever. But you can't, you know, if you want to go somewhere and it's raining outdoors, you can't enjoy it. You might as well enjoy it at the mall, you see? But this mall, I want to design it where they have, on the rooftop would have parkings for helicopter VIPs. Bottom, from a far distance, you have a pathway where there's airplanes can fly and then land from, you know, you have a big huge family from out of state or whatever, or you want to see a nice scenery. It's family oriented, you know, good people. I don't like bad people. I don't like or want bad boyfriends. I don't like this. This is not a place for hillbillies and coon ass. Wrong environment, wrong people, not thugs and ghetto life. But this place is like, people is more welcoming. I'm more welcoming, but as long as don't steal from me, don't lie about me, don't be negative. We all walk each other, guide each other, take care of each other. But there's rules and regulation. If I have my own land and I'm building my own mall, this is my private property, and you know, people have to respect me because I'm my own boss. I'm the boss in here, not them. And this is my land, not theirs. They're just renting from me. But yeah, I have big dreams and big goals too, but it's all about the money and it's all about the business. That's what I mean by you have no business in my business, and if you don't rent from me or you don't have no business inside my mall or on my private property, then you need to roll the fuck out. Excuse my French. But I'm an American and I'm a US born, and I do it the American way. I'm not from overseas. I'm not a communist, but I can pretend to joke around and play a prank and pretend to be a communist. But every day to me is like work, and it's the thought that counts. You see, it's the thought that makes the world go round. So people thought I'm a bum, they thought I'm lazy, they thought I'm poor poverty, or they thought I'm poor, broke, homeless, unemployed, or they think I'm lazy. I'm not. I can be without my makeup, without getting dressed nicely, without even going to school, but the school is in here. My computer, my laptop, my electronics, my calculator, my keypad, everything is up here. I became Einstein overnight. So when I was a little girl, I want to become a businesswoman. And I want to have my own dynasty, my own kingdom, my own business. I'd rather live princessy, not homelessly. And because I'm taking my walk and exercise, I'm letting my skin breathe. That's why I'm not wearing makeup on. And it's cold outside. I'm getting my free exercise, free walk, and I'm saving all that money. And I'm why get dressed up when if I'm taking a walk? I don't sweat at all. No matter how far I walk, how hard I work, I try to sweat it out, but I won't sweat. Because the only time that I will sweat is first time I ever sweat really hard was working as a dishwasher at a Mediterranean restaurant. And I used to work there 20-something years ago. And I'm never in the kitchen, but I'm always in the front as a hostess. But I work hostessing job, I work waitressing job, I work as a supervisor for promotional modeling for Kellogg's. I worked as a receptionist, front desk. I worked selling cars. I worked moving people into upscale townhouse apartments. I worked car washing. I did a lot of washing cars. I go around the Palmacia area, door by door, knocking door by door to see if anybody wants a car wash. I do it for cheap. And I used to do valet parking on 4th of July. I have a very busy life and I don't have time. I don't have time for truck stop hooking, playing hooky, prostituting, bumming out. I look for work every day, but I don't see the right kind of jobs I like. I just do it for the heck of it. I'm a server. I work in a nursing home. 3 years working in a nursing home. I keep my job. I like my job, but it just doesn't pay good, and I don't want to be like that forever. I would rather be my own boss. And I want to build my own hotel, have my own hotel business, and I want to have my own lobster business open. It says Lobster House. That's the name of my company. So, but it takes time. First, I have to spawn the lobsters, get their eggs, and then breed it, experiment with it, and see what's the best way, what to feed them, change the water, the right temperature it can survive on. You gotta know how to tell the difference between a male lobster and a female lobster. A male lobster, the tail goes straight down like flat. The female lobster, it opens up like on the top, it just opens up like this, wider. The body's more wider. And if you lift up the bottom of the lobster, the female lobster, you know that it has a bunch of eggs. And it's time for mating and spawning and breeding. So I'm looking forward to have my lobster business open, but I have to have stable land, money, stable foundation, a permit, a license for everything I do. So I'm just waiting for the city and state to approve, give me a grant, help me get started, and educate me in something. If I'm missing out on something, if I don't know something, teach me, walk me through, guide me, educate me. I need schooling. I did some research on YouTube, so I know the basics, but the water temperature needs to be a certain way. Lobster cannot be in fresh water, but salt water. So it needs like maybe, what is that, oxygen. Bubbling up inside the water so that it has oxygen. It creates oxygen for the lobster to breathe. So, but in the ocean they don't need oxygen bubbles. But because it's standing still water, it might needs to come up for some fresh air or something. But bubbles is the way to go. But that goes for fish too. I don't know how they survive in the ocean. The water, the waves go back and forth. They can breathe, go up to the surface and breathe and get their oxygen and come back down. But in a regular fish tank, if you don't have the bubbles to create the waves and oxygens, the fish is gonna die. And when you have a pet, don't get just one. Get more than one, because if it's lonely, it's gonna die. It's a loner. But you rather having a couple, because couple is, they can create a family, a kingdom of babies. So that's what I meant by baby boomers on my advertisement on Houston Press. Baby boomers for chickens, livestock, cattle. Oh, talking about cattle, I also want cows, but I want Angus. I want to breed Angus, and I want to have white cows too. But I also want to have milking cow, and I want to have prawns. I want to have lobsters, rock lobster, and Maine lobsters, and spiny lobsters, whatever rare exotic lobster, but it has to be good and good quality. If it was me, everything, which it is me, everything all these years, I only eat good quality food. I don't eat garbage food. I might not have my makeup on, I might look poor, broke, and homeless, but it's all about the quality and quantities. I love good quality foods. I eat like a princess, because maybe I am a princess. You never know. I'm Cinderella. But my title is princessy. But I was joking on my advertisement and joking on my job application. Say my title is a prostitute. Was in a joking way, sarcastic way. If you read it in a sarcastic, joking way. But my mind is always thinking, work. How to make from $0, zero income, to millions and billions. Let's say right now I can start out with being poor, broke, and homeless. But my mind knows how to think. Where as a who, what, where, when, who, what, when, where, how, and why. Who's got the money to invest in me? Who's got the money, who's got the foundation for me to work with? And who's got the, where can I work? But I love to work from home. I want to have my own, fishery. Not fishery, not wildlife fishery. What is that called? Hatchery. I want to have my own hatchery open, and a place where I can experiment, work from home, do my own experiments, and do whatever I need to do to be successful. So if you don't experiment with things, practice makes perfect. If you don't practice, you never become perfect. And I like to become a perfectionist, because what have I experimented and done my entire life? I don't work doing like a car washing no more. I don't do valet parking no more. I don't do, I was a teacher assistant. I was a librarian assistant. I don't do those jobs working for the school district no more. And, let me see, what else? I don't do cashiering no more, and I don't do making sandwiches or coffee. I don't do DJing no more. I used to DJ a lot, but not anymore. I get paid good money being a DJ. But once in a blue moon, I'll do a DJ. I'll be a DJ. And I like to listen to good music. I love music. Ever since I was a little girl, I want to be a singer. And then I want to be putting music together in a video. And now I know how to do it. And pausing and choosing nice background and nice scenery. And then I like to I can cut my own hair. Oh, talking about cutting my own hair. I can save a lot of money instead of going to the barber shop. Now I know how to cut my own hair, layer my own hair. I curl my own hair. I used to didn't know how to do that, and then now I know. So I'm independent and self-sufficient. But I jump from one job to another. Every day is like work to me, but I need to know, what do you see that I don't see? What do you know that I don't know? What's going on? I jump from one pet shop to another. I jump from one supermarket to another. I jump from one nursery to another. I jump from one hospital to another. Everything is a learning experience for me, and I'm always curious and wonder, what job do people do? What kind of job does people work? What kind of business is there? What kind of where does food come from? What's going on? How does people survive? How does people make it every day? I have no family. I have nobody taking care of me my entire life. I'm like Joe Dirt. Everything is a learning experience for me. Nobody wants to keep track from my working income. Nobody wants to take care of me financially. Nobody wants to help me. I'm abandoned every day ever since I was a little girl. But you know what? I became intelligent overnight. I learned how to take care of myself. And I learned how to just suck it up and ignore prejudiced people, negative people. They're very selfish people. I don't like to deal with them, but whatever I can do to save money in my pocket and not spend it all up, you know, it's good for me. I'm gaining. And just say, I was thinking to myself, I love to eat cantaloupe. Well, I love to drink the cantaloupe juice. But how does people get the money to buy these cantaloupes? Where do they buy it from? Where does it even come from? Now I know the trick of the trade. I'm a seed collector. It's all inside the fruits and vegetable. And that's where the treasure is. I don't need to get a metal detector and go scan. Oh, where are you, fruit? Where are you, seed? Are you hiding underneath here or there? You see? No. Now I'm breaking codes. And people don't know I know how to get on the computer. Nobody ever teaches me. Nobody teaches me anything. I teach myself. I became smart, and it's like reverse psychology. While people thought I'm mentally ill, stupid, crazy, ignorant, or non-classy, I'm outsmarting them by looking straight at them and trying to think what they're thinking. They might thinking I'm stupid and inexperienced, where I'm like, okay, I broke codes. Instead of being on food stamp and getting $200 or less to eat, why don't I multiply my income by making, let's say, how much would a cantaloupe cost? A cantaloupe cost me $3 cantaloupe. How can I multiply a $3 cantaloupe into millions? Well, I have to collect the seed inside the cantaloupe, and they're fresh seed too. And if they're ripened, they're ready to be grown, I collect those seeds and multiply it. So I buy, instead of buying one cantaloupe, I'm buying 400 cantaloupes. And I'm multiplying my income, making my millions in the blink of an eye. Faster way. Instead of calculating little by little, why mess with pocket change when I can become a millionaire overnight? And some people, they're on food stamp and they're like, how can I, they only give me like $60 a food stamp. How can I survive on $60 food stamp? You have to go collect your seeds, grow your own food, and multiply it. Keep on multiplying. You have so much seed, you don't need to depend on food stamp. Somebody I know, she's like, wow, where do they get all these food from? I'll tell you where they get the food from. My entire life I don't even have animals. But I broke codes. I became Einstein. I got smart overnight. Nobody ever teaches me. Nobody ever tells me. Since I was a little girl, I read the book and it says livestock, petroleum, what is there? Livestock, petroleums, real estate, properties, business. It's like, what other jobs are there to make you become rich and wealthy and intelligent? You see, selling cars, architecturing, landscaping, what else is there? Like saving all that money, going to a barber shop to have them cut your hair. I'm saving a lot of gas money and service. Instead of having other people cut my hair, I'm cutting my own hair. I'm saving a lot of money and a lot of time, traffic hours, going from way up north in Houston, Texas to Bel Air to get my hair cut, and going back and forth, stuck in traffic and gasoline and insurance for my car. I can do it myself at home for free. And instead of going to a restaurant to eat off other people's food, I'm saving that money tipping and not even having to pay for an expensive plate of food where I'm just getting a small portion of food. I'm not on a diet. I want to eat a buffet. I'm not on a diet trying to eat a little plate by little plate and little portion. I might as well go to the supermarket and buy all the food that I want and go home and split as much as I want as a portion, and I can eat comfortably instead of going to a restaurant. The cook isn't going to give me what I want. So I might as well go to Walmart or go to Randall's or Kroger's and buy my good portion and eat it myself. But when I don't have no money, I have to struggle and survive. If it's free, then hey, why not, right? It's free food. But I don't like to be having people tell me you can't do this, you can't do that. Don't tell me what I can do and can't do. And you can't tell me how to dress or what to do. You're not my mom and dad. And you're not my boss. Do not tell me what to do if you don't pay my income. Do not tell me what to do if you don't pay for my expenses. Do not tell me what to do if you're not going to pay me nothing. Don't tell me what to do and what I can do and can't do. If you don't pay me no income, don't tell me what to do. You're not my family, not my real blood. You're not my God family or adopted family. The only thing I'm curious about is seedless food. There's seedless watermelon, seedless oranges, seedless limes. I know they're grafting and doing whatever to it, but like seedless watermelon. How can a seedless watermelon grow without a seed? Yes, they have one seed, but they have a bunch of seedless watermelon. Where's all these seedless watermelon coming from? You know, it's all about grafting too, but there's also, they do some kind of scientific modification or modifying things. So my entire life, I always have everything brand new. I never dumpster dive. I never eat like a poor poverty. I eat lobsters every day. I eat ribeye steaks every day, prime ribs, beef ribs. I'm a meat lover. But like I said, how to have more food, extra food to own, you have to have your own animals. You have to raise your own cattle, and the heifer comes along. So the heifer is the baby's calves, and one cow give birth. You take that young cow, eat it. It's good eating in the neighborhood. You have chickens. You give it a mate. That's not my boyfriend, the rooster, but what is it? You let the rooster breed with the chickens or the hens, and it becomes chicks. You have the chickens that, or the hen that doesn't even need the rooster, and it can lay the eggs. And you know, you have your own chicken eggs, but it's not gonna become a chick without the rooster. So the rooster is the man. So he's a man, he's the king of the house. So you have pigs. If you want lots of bacon, you have a pair of pig, one male and one female, and it has to mate and breed, and no matter if it's a mixed breed or a regular pink breed or whatever type of pig you're having, and if they're breeding and mating or whatever, 2 pigs makes, from one mother pig can have from 6 piglets to 12 piglets. So it just depends. And same as dogs and puppies. You see how many nipples, titties there are? Then you know how many babies they're gonna have. Same as kitten. Well, goldfish is different. When I was trained to, that day, Mr. Tu, he has a huge, big fish tank, and he had a bunch of breeds of, like 20 breeds of varieties of goldfish, and they're huge. And he's like, come and look at the, come and look at the goldfish. So I went and stood there and watched, and I was like, wow. And then all I see is goldfish, and all of a sudden, it started spawning eggs all over, like millions of them. I'm like, wow. That's the first time I've seen fish having babies. And all the fish eggs get stuck underneath the pebbles, so the mother goldfish and the father goldfish don't eat up their babies' eggs. So that's a bunch of eggs. That's, holy smoke. Holy guacamole. Holy shit. Excuse my language. Oh my God, that is a bunch of eggs. That means if you calculate it, if it grows and becomes successful and grow bigger without the mom and the dad and family, relatives, in-laws, everybody eating up the babies, that's a bunch of fish. That's becoming rich in calculation. But it depends on who has the money to want to spend and want to pay you that money. It's like, if I have that stable foundation and a huge fish tank, a couple of huge fish tank, and breed all those assorted goldfish, the huge one, I'm a rich girl. This is like, I'm winning the lottery right there. I don't have to work as hard, but I don't have to why spend money? The only thing I need to spend money on is food for the fish and cleaning out the fish tank, the poops, and what is a dirty job, but it's okay with me. But if you calculate it, I'm rich in calculation and thinking. But it seems like if I'm growing a papaya, if I buy one papaya, and if you cut it in half, you take out all the seeds and you plant them, and it's successfully growing. Per one papaya is like, let's say 900 seeds in there. 900 seeds, one papaya can multiply and grow fruit like 10 fruits. The weight of one papaya is like $5, for example, estimate, rounding up, $5 to $6. And let's say $5 each papaya. 5 times 10 is $50 a plant. And if you multiply 5 times 10 successful fruit, and if you calculate one seed would be 5 times 900, so it's $4,500 for 900 papaya plants. I'm rich in calculation. I don't have to think of struggling, having to be poor, broke, homeless, like Castaway. Oh, food. I see an island in front of me. No. But I can work and do all that, have my animals and my fruits and my vegetable, homesteading. And I can be a rich girl eating comfortably. I'm having my supermarket in my backyard. I will have my chickens. I have my chicken eggs. I'll have my pigs, my cattle. I will have cow's milk at home. I don't have to run to the supermarket or call and bother and stalking people, ordering. I get everything at home. Yes, I would love to live that lifestyle comfortably. But right now, I'm going broke, being in debt. Yeah, I can have all the calculation I want, but who's willing to spend and pay for the food? It's like an exchange for an exchange. You see? Now I know where all the food comes from. Now I know where all the meat comes from. Now I'm being smart. But my next thing is, this is what I'm thinking. Live animals on a day of a hurricane or a day of a winter storm, all my food, which is my meat, is still alive. So I'm having fresh food in the summertime and wintertime. And then all of my fruits and vegetables, if it can handle cold, snowy temperature, that's edible. And then I can have, let's say the outside is snowing, and if I cut up my pork or my cattle, my beef, then the snow can preserve my meat. That's my freezer outdoors. If the bears and raccoons, and the opossum don't get to it. So outside, I can live off-grid, but outside, the sun is my oven. Cooking outdoor is my oven. And being cheapskate, saving a lot of electricity bill. Why have to pay for electricity bill when I can use the sun's energy? I can dry my clothes outdoors. I can cook outdoors. I can, if I cook outdoors, I'm not burning up the, using electricity and making electrical charge, or causing a fire. It's just the sun's energy cooking it. And then with water, it's a free shower. If I'm taking a shower and, it's raining, I can use big barrels or buckets and put it by my shutter and collect all the rainwater. And I'm not using the government's water, but I'm using God's water. I don't have to spend money on water bill or electricity bill. And how should I create warm water, hot and cold water without nothing? Let's say I'm starting out on an empty land. How am I going to have warm water or hot water to take a shower? Easy. I use a propane, or I build a cast iron or brick fireplace, little stove, and use wood to heat up the fire, the boiling water. I boil the water, put the cold water into the bucket, the huge tub or the bucket, and just use it. And once the hot water boils, then I pour it into the cold water and mix the hot water and cold water together to keep it warm and the right temperature. And there you go. I can have guest companies, friends, whoever over, and for my children, I live off firewoods. And if I have a bunch of firewoods on my woods on my property, I can use that firewood to use as free energy. I can create energy. And what type of if I don't have electricity for my my home that I'm building, I build me a fireplace, and each room would have a huge fireplace. And on my property and my home, one living room and one bedroom, each room would have a fireplace. So I would use the firewood to heat up every single room, and every single room would be warm. No matter if it's snowing outdoors, I'll have a fireplace in my bedroom, a fireplace in my bathroom while I'm taking a warm shower. I don't have to be freezing. And then a huge round fireplace in the living room, and a huge fireplace in the kitchen. And if I have enough space, I build like a barn for my animals, so my cows would not be standing in the freezing cold, but my cows and pigs would be in a warm barn where it'll have fireplace, and it'll keep it warm too. So it'll have wood, because a cow and a pig has a soul. It's like a human. They're like my babies. I want to keep them warm. You know, I don't mind doing the extra work, but my cows are like my babies too. So I love animals. I love being around the sound. When you hear that, you listen, you hear, give me your girlfriend, bah! Give me your boyfriend, bah! Or let's move. Let's move. Time to move. Or having a rooster croak. I love the sound of a rooster, because when hurricanes or tornadoes or wintertime snow blizzard comes, I want to wake up to go to work, or I work from home, and the rooster, if there's no power or electricity for alarm, I use the rooster to croak to wake me up, so I won't be late for anything. And I want to keep the animals away. Let's say from here, this is my home, where the trash can down there would be, or the light pole down there, if you can see right down there, that's the trash can right there where the light is. And that's how far I want my barn, like the animals, to be away from me, because I don't want to be smelling urine, animals' urine or poop. And it's a short walk, but you know, no, like marijuana. But I like to you know, know that my animals are safe and they're comfortably and living in a clean, healthy atmosphere. And if I live clean, my animals should live clean. I don't mind doing all that work because that's how and what I choose my life to be. I like to live clean. I like to live comfortably, but I don't have no money. I'm poor, broke, and homeless. No, but that's my dreams and goals, you know. I like to do things to keep myself active and busy, but I don't like to stalk people. I don't like to be nosy into people's business, and I don't like to, you know, I don't need to stoop down to their level. So do not spy on me, do not stalk me, do not bother me sexually, you damn hillbillies. Stop sexually harassing me, you damn hillbillies. Do not touch me sexually inappropriately, you damn hillbillies. And do not follow me around, you damn hillbillies and coon ass. You need to stop thinking that you can say whatever you want in here or do as you please sexually to violate me. You're not my boyfriend, dates, husband, guest, grooms, babies, daddies, visitors. You're not my boss. Do not touch me. And do not violate me sexually, inappropriately, or else I'll have you arrested. And this is the story of my life, and thank you for joining me. Yes, I have a lot of savings. That's how I save, and I also recycle. So why do I have to spend money on something that I don't need? Because recycling is the way to go when you're on a tight budget, when you have no money and you're poor, broke, and homeless. And it's so convenient because if you want to take some food, you don't have nothing to, no containers, no cups. What can you do? You can't take nothing home. You can't eat. You have to turn it into a hack. Turn something into something. So, yep, it's survival. When rich people pass away, you're stuck with the poor. So I don't like to be surrounded by poor people. I don't like to be surrounded by poor poverty. And I don't like to be surrounded by stupid, ignorant, lazy, bum, nasty, pesty, gross, disgusting hoarders, psychos, drug addicts, drunks. I just like isolation. I like to be by myself and with my man. But I don't like to be with rapists. I don't like to be with criminals. I don't like to be with psychos and weirdos. And I don't like to be around crazy, stupid females either. I don't like to be in that kind of environment. I don't like to be around hillbillies. I don't like to be surrounded by hillbillies. I want and need and like for hillbillies to stop following me around, stop stalking me, stop bugging me, and stop bothering me sexually. I'm not seeking for love or sex or sexual activities with hillbillies, coon-ass, and bushmen. You're not my cup of tea. You're not my type. And I wouldn't give you the time of day. So, because you're ugly, you're nasty, you're disgusting, and you hoarders too. Do not touch me. Do not violate me. Do not follow me around 500 feet. Do not call my cell phone number. Do not stalk me. Do not bug me. And stop spreading rumors saying that I want to have sex with you on a cinema screen or on videos or iPhones or no, I don't consent to it. It's just rumors. I'm a workaholic. I don't like wrong sexual activities in my life around me. I don't like to be kidnapped. I don't want to be kidnapped. I don't like to be raped. I don't want to be violated inappropriately. Do not fantasize sexually about me, you damn hillbillies and you damn coon ass and you damn crazy nutcase. No bushman too. If you don't take care of me financially with big money, go away and go fuck off. Leave me the fuck alone. Stop stalking me, stop giving me headaches, and stop stressing me out. Stop following me around, stop bugging me. Jason Hillbilly and Rocky and Robert and Melvin and all hillbillies. Sonny,